What's your name?
Uma.
Uma, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. Like Uma Thurman?
No, like some Himalayan.
Goddess. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Love it. What's your name?
My name is Ruben.
Ruben, nice to meet you. Ruben and Uma. So I'm Chip. I'm an animal rights activist. I fight for the animals. Do you guys think animals should have rights?
Yeah, I'm a vegetarian, so.
You're vegetarian. So do you think animals should have the right to not be treated like property?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think in the production of dairy products like milk, like cheese, or like even eggs, do you
Yeah.
think that animals are treated like property?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you buy these products?
We often have like biological,
Milk,
milk and
eggs.
Yeah.
where they can like.
So you buy these products, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that in the production of those products they're treated like property?
Still probably a little bit, but
Yeah.
I mean less than the overall production.
Do you think you need to buy any of these products?
I mean, nobody needs to buy it, but it's kind of like a, yeah, something. Yeah, that's easy. Just
So is there no contradiction in there where you say animals should have rights, but then
there's
don't need to
definitely
do
a
it, but you
contradiction,
fight
but
for it,
there's
yeah.
also, I mean, I think life itself is a contradiction because obviously you can always follow moral things. I'm a celiac. I have celiac disease myself, so I also have different dietary restrictions that I need
Like
to
a
follow.
candied gluten?
Yeah. So I obviously try to restrict myself to not eat as much eggs or whatever in products, but sometimes I do.
But that's sometimes when we do it. Is it justified to force an animal into a slaughterhouse because we want to eat some of those products?
Yeah, well, I don't think it's justified. But as I said, we only buy products where they don't get treated as badly as.
Is there a possibility that that's a lie, that they do get treated badly? That there's no actual significant difference between them?
Yeah, I mean there could be. You know,
We don't know.
Yeah.
We trust on the
You trust the labels.
the labels, but you know that's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sadly, take for instance, when it comes to dairy products, why does a cow produce milk in the first place?
Yeah, it's
to feed its youngs.
Yeah.
Exactly. So even on biological, nobody waits for them to get pregnant when they want to, right? When, oh, you want to get pregnant, sure, get pregnant. They forcefully inseminate. They have a program about it, right? They inseminate them every year. So every year, they either keep a bull separate and then say to the bull, okay, have sex with her now, which already is messed up to me, or they jerk off a bull and they use the sperm to inseminate a cow. That's kind of how they do it every single year. And when the babies are born, they separate them. Biological or not, happens everywhere. Do you know why they separate them from their mothers?
Because of the meat also.
Well, because if they stay with their mothers, they would drink the milk.
Yeah.
So they don't want the baby to drink the milk. They want to control as much milk as they can. So they want to get as much milk, sell as much as they can, and if they have some leftovers, perhaps they feed the baby. But a lot of the times they just feed the baby formula. If the baby is born male, they don't produce milk. So what do you think happens to them?
They're getting slaughtered.
Exactly. That's where veal comes from. And if the baby is born female, they're kept separate from their mothers, and every year until they get to the age where they can be impregnated themselves, and then every year they get impregnated just like their mothers repeatedly, with babies taken away from them and exploited from milk repeatedly, year over year. And at the age of 6 or 8, just like their mothers, they are killed. And cows can live 24, 25 years. Do you know why they're killed at that young age?
Otherwise, the meat gets too tough, and then they don't produce as much milk.
They don't produce milk. Yeah, they can't get them pregnant, and that would mean that their milk production drops. To keep them another year alive would mean feeding them. So it just makes more financial sense to kill them, sell them for meat, and then get another cow to do the same thing. Is this not treating them exactly like property, like an object?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It is, sadly. And I understand you probably weren't aware of it, and that's okay. Well, I wasn't aware of it, and when I found out about it, my first thought was to deny that it's happening here in the Netherlands. My first thought was, no way. Here, you go outside of Amsterdam, there's beautiful cows roaming on the fields. It's all nice. You look into it, it's all the same. It's the same everywhere. And in fact, we have a study coming out of Germany done on 3,090 dairy farms. And in that study, they measured animal welfare index. That means They have a formula on how they calculated it, and essentially it just says how well an animal feels on a farm, and they measure the difference between small farms and large farms. Same thing. In fact, on large farms, the animal welfare index was slightly higher, but it wasn't statistically significant enough to make a difference. So in reality, when we say factory farms are bad for the animals or stuff like that, reality is they're kind of the same. It's just we feel bad when we see it because we see them as objectified in that in those places. Seeing a conveyor belt or something and an animal, we feel the objectification, but they're just as much objectified on any form of farming. So what do you guys want to do with this information? Do you want to continue supporting this, or do you want to stop?
Well, maybe stop or look more into research about it or how it can be done ethically, because I do think there are local farms that do produce milk in an ethical way.
Is there any ethical way to farm humans?
Sorry?
Is there any ethical way to farm humans?
Humans, as in... I don't understand the question, like...
Is there any ethical way to farm human beings? Like humans who, let's say, they're not intellectually all there, right? They're intellectually challenged or something, so they have the same capacity as an animal. Is there any way to farm these human beings in a way that it is ethical? Farm them, I mean, control their breeding process and control their death process. That means killing them. Because these two processes are always in farming. Is there any ethical way of doing it?
Well, not so. I mean, if it were the case to be humans, then we're given to be ethical with consent, which animals can give. So in that argument, it wouldn't be ethical for animals, but
because they can't consent.
They can consent.
But these human beings would be intellectually challenged. They also couldn't consent.
Yeah, then it's not ethical.
Then it's not ethical.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be ethical to any other animal, also, right? We are all animals at the end of the day. I think the only thing that differentiates us is that we walk on two legs, and most of us are very intelligent. But there are a lot of humans who are not intelligent. So, and we don't say we should farm them. We respect their rights, right?
Well, no. Not here.
There are many
I mean,
examples that
there are many examples indeed that it is
Let's put it,
happening.
we
So.
strive to respect their rights, at least, right?
Yeah.
It's true that we still have issues with human rights, but we believe in human rights. Most of us say humans should have rights. Most of us think humans should respect their rights.
Yeah, but that's a Western point, though. I mean, if we look at Congo, any other civilization, I mean, in India and child abuse, then it is happening. I mean.
But I think
it doesn't make it ethical, obviously. I understand your point, but it's not that it's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm just saying it's because I understand the world is messed up. I'm mostly talking about how the world should be, how it should be, right? And that's why human rights is a thing where we should be striving for more. And I'm here speaking for animal rights because it's such an easy grab. Like it's like such a low hanging fruit for us. Like.
Yeah.
Right now, I hope you understand that right now when you buy animal products, you are not respecting their rights. And you could just be respecting their rights by buying plant-based options of those products or just not buying any form of animal products.
Yeah.
And I don't just mean food. I mean clothing, entertainment, cosmetics, all of these, because we use animals in all of these situations, right? So do you guys think you can do that? Would you consider no longer
definitely
paying for it?
consider.
Yeah. What would you call a person who no longer pays for any of this?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Who respects animal rights?
idealistic. I mean, it's a great value. I mean,
A vegan.
oh, a vegan. That's what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, so being vegan means it's not a diet. A lot of people see it as a diet, but it just means respecting their rights. Unfortunately, as a consequence of our society being that we see animals as food, it also implies a dietary change, but it's about the animals.
Yeah.
It's about their rights. How many more animals? This is a difficult question, okay? How many more animals should be exploited, killed, slaughtered, treated like an object on your behalf from now on?
I mean, none.
None.
For being idealistic.
I appreciate that. That would mean going vegan, huh? I like you guys. You seem open-minded. I don't know if that's leather, by the way.
Not really.
Not real? I appreciate that. I can't identify it. I'll give you... I normally have cards, but I'll give you a flyer. You're together, right? So I'll give you one flyer. So if you scan this QR code at the end, there's a documentary they'll call Dominion.
Okay.
It just shows what animals go through to get informed. I don't want you to make decisions based on a conversation with a stranger on the street. I want you guys to get informed more than anything. You think we can watch that documentary?
Yeah, of course.
And until you watch it, can we do a small commitment where you don't consume any animal products until you watch it?
Yeah, sure.
I appreciate you guys. Open-minded, lovely people. Nice to see you.
Have a nice
Have a
day.
good one. Good luck. Cheers.